I am going through this like major revelation, but it's just a thought that I have been pondering on, and I feel like a lot of people maybe feel this way too. I don't know, or maybe I'm just completely on my own. But the question that I keep asking myself is, how much of what is in my brain is an authentic original thought, and how much of it is complete brainwash that has just been conglomerated in my head through social media. And I'm saying this because like I'm seeing this guy right now. We've gone on like a couple dates, and I genuinely don't know what to do. And the reason why I don't know what to do is simply because, one, everything you see on social media, it's exhausting. You see something about like, if he doesn't have money, like, don't be, like, you see the red pill woman being like, if he doesn't have any money, like, there's no chance at all, don't be with him, X him out. And then, like, you see the red pill men being like, oh, if she's over 25, she's completely waste. Like, it's just so, it's a little frustrating. Because to me, I don't know what to think, and I don't know who to trust. And that's a really scary place to be, especially when you're in the process or the thought of, how do I trust my mind when I don't know what thoughts are mine and what thoughts are not mine? And so here is this situation for face value. Where I see myself in life, I see a vision of what I'm meant for, and I understand that I am in a period of sacrifice and like working hard, trying to get there. Energetically speaking, this man that I am seeing, he is in the same period of his life. He is in the same period, except it feels like, if I'm speaking on an energetic level, it feels like this is a level where he could get easily stuck at. Meanwhile, this is a level for me where I feel like I am in the middle of a slingshot. Like, I feel like if I'm like being slung shot back to like new heights. And I'm at this point where it's like, I don't expect someone to come and bring me up to like, I don't expect a rich man to come and save me. I think that whole entire rhetoric is borderline dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be a very dangerous game to play. And to the opposite end of it, I'm not gonna be someone who works my way to the top just to bring someone with me that doesn't want to do the work to be there. Like, do you know what I mean? And so for me, which I've already let this guy know, I completely already told him, I am in a season of sacrifice. I'm in a season where I am working extremely hard every single day, and I only have like 1 to 2 days where I can hang out with you. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I totally get that. I don't want to, he's like, I don't want to come in your way at all. I just want to get a chance to know you. And I'm gonna have a whole other separate YouTube video about this whole scenario, because it's quite a story, but that's for another video. That's not for right now. Well, also it's for another video because the ending, or I don't know, we have a date tonight, and I don't know what to think or feel about this guy. I just don't. Like, because I keep questioning myself and my actions. I'm like, am I being extremely selfish by denying this guy, even though like we kind of are on the same level? Or is that just what it takes to get to where you want, and you have to be able to block out everyone and hyper focus on what it is you are trying to accomplish? But then I kind of get in my way, and maybe I downplay myself, because I'm like, what am I trying to accomplish? Like, I made this little journal entry. I said, how much of what's in my brain is mine and how much is implanted there by social media? What is original to me and what is not? I'm so torn about a long-term relationship right now because I see where I'm going and I realize I have to get to that level to meet someone on that level. I'm not expecting someone to bring me up the same way I'm not going to be bringing someone up. For face value, me and this guy are at the same level energetically, except it feels like he's stuck there. And it feels like I am in a slingshot about to skyrocket. So then, when I reread that back to myself, I'm like, am I just a complete narcissist? Like, am I crazy to have the audacity to look at myself and be like, yeah, I'm about to take off. I'm in a slingshot and I'm about to take off. Or is that the type of delusion you need to have about your future and the type of faith you need to have about your path to get to where it is that you want to go? I'm torn right now, and I'm not gonna, so we've technically been on like 2 dates so far. It's a long, complicated story. This is the 3rd date. And this whole entire week, I kept telling myself, like, this is kind of his last chance, like 3 strikes and you're out, which I'll go into what he was doing wrong in the other dates in another video. But the point that I'm trying to get here is this whole entire week, I've been literally telling myself, like, what is the point of even going on this date if I already know I'm going to say no? And then the day comes and I'm like, is it wrong of me to say no? Like, am I taking away an opportunity to experience life through a relationship by saying no? Or am I standing firm on my ground where I want to go and where I want to be? And I feel like this is when you are just like chronically online, I feel like these questions, these decisions are really, really hard to make because you don't know what to decipher. What is someone else's thought and what is your own original thought? Maybe I'm completely alone in this. I hope I'm not, but like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know I'm gonna go on the date, and I know this is kind of like me giving this guy or giving this situation like a last opportunity to present itself in a way of how we could be together long term. And something else I wrote, I'll just read it right now. I asked myself, I'm like, what am I looking for in a relationship? Now I'm gonna read it out loud and you guys need to let me know, am I being delusional? Am I being unrealistic? Or is this a valid standard to have? I personally feel like this is a completely valid standard to have with going into a relationship. I said, unwavering trust and loyalty, someone who will always have my back as I have theirs. When I tell you, that is the number one thing. I need to know that in any moment, any time, we've built a connection to where it's me and you against the world. I lived a life where my parents would consistently go behind my back and talk shit about me to other family members. And the way that contorted my brain, the way that just like completely gave me trust issues. I'm over here having conversations with my cousins thinking that like we're catching up, we're just having fun, it's good to see them. And then all of a sudden they drop this bomb of like, yeah, so how is it dealing with being a drug addict? I'm like, being a drug addict? Where did that come from? They're like, yeah, that's like what your parents are saying about you. Another thing, I got in this fight in high school and someone beat me up, like I had a black eye, and my parents made fun of me for that. And they started telling everyone. And when I tell you, having unwavering trust and loyalty in a relationship, that's a deal breaker for me. And this guy personally, I don't know if he can have unwavering trust and loyalty with me. But anyways, someone who is supportive of my dreams and goals, someone who doesn't want to, like, isn't afraid that I want to be in the spotlight, someone who is not offended by the audacity, the means that I want to go to have a luxurious life, allows me to be free. This is a big one, and I do not mean this in any type of scandalous way. I mean this in a, I can't feel like a caged up bird. I cannot feel that way. I'm like a ticking time bomb if I feel trapped. Like I have to be able to be with someone who, one, is okay that we're not in constant communication, because we're gonna catch up with each other whenever we see each other face to face, and understand that it has nothing to do with them and everything to do with, I'm not the type of person to be up your ass 24/7. And also, I need someone who understands that when I want to be alone, when I want to say I just want to be alone by myself, or say I want to go on a trip by myself, that has absolutely nothing to do with that person and everything to do with me being me. And me being me, I have to have my alone time. That is a non-negotiable for me. Someone who wants to lead our future and not control it. I need to be with a man who sees the vision and is able to wield that to his demand. I'm not trying to be with someone who tries to overpower, overcompensate for a situation when in reality it's just his ego and he doesn't really know what he's doing. Do you see what I'm saying? I need to be with someone who knows how to lead and leads with his heart and is very confident and certain in where it is that we're both going and can take us there. And I'm not saying that in the sense of I want somebody to like all these like terms that you hear over the internet and stuff. I'm not saying this is a sense of I want somebody to come in and sweep me off my feet, Cinderella story, like just take me out of my situation. No, I'm saying I want someone who has aligned values with me, and we both have similar visions to what we want in our future, and this man knows how to be the leader to get us there. I am a female, okay? I do want to be led, and I also want to help a man get to where he wants to go as well. The guy that I want to be with has to have health and wellness hobbies. I don't care what it is, whether you're a hiker, a biker, you play some sort of sport, you're in the gym lifting weights, you need to have something that you are doing for your body on a weekly basis. That's a non-negotiable for me. Someone who would be the best dad to a daughter. In this day and age, that is a complete deal breaker for me. Women are the most exposed gender in this world. And I'm tired of all these girls getting played. I'm tired of all these things happening. I'm tired of the exploitation of women. I'm tired of the exploitation of children. And it keeps on happening because these men are protecting other men. They'll protect them, but they don't want to protect other women. And again, you could hear where like my voice is starting to sound like all the shit you hear online already. And the last thing I have on here is has to have the willingness to see their faults and learn. I cannot be with someone who is completely in their ego and is going to see both of us fall just because he wants to be right about something. These are my non-negotiables. And as of right now, I don't even know which one I see this guy hitting. I don't. So that's why it's like, I feel like I'm at a point where in my life, I have been so programmed just to say yes to everything and everyone. Like, I have been conditioned to always give people a chance, and I'm starting to see how that conditioning that has happened to me has led me to be in some of the most dangerous positions I was ever in my whole entire life. So now that's where I'm at a crossroads with that stance in my life. That's where I'm left with the question of, is this opportunity presented itself in my life to show me how to truly say no to what is not in alignment? Or is this opportunity an opportunity to learn more about myself through another person? Because like I said in the very beginning, energetically speaking, me and him are on the same level. And I already explained that. And the more I talk about it, the more I feel like I am at a point where I have to say no. And like, I hate that this is how I was just conditioned, but like, saying no is probably one of the hardest things for me to do. Like, letting someone down. But at the same token with me saying that, I've let myself down for too fucking long. I've played this little teeter-totter people pleaser game for too fucking long. And so it's like, are you going to continue down this path of allowing others to control you and your situation? Or are you going to go down this path of empowerment? Are you going to go down this path of empowerment is a little scary just because it's daunting, because I don't know what comes next in life. I'm like a newborn baby discovering what life is like. And everything that I've learned up until this point, I've learned through opposition. All the experiences I've had have taught me everything that I don't want. And so now it's like, I know what I want through opposition, but I don't necessarily know what I want through the experience of having what I want. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But anyways, what time is it? I'm about to go on this date, and when I get back, I might just go ahead and debrief the whole entire freaking thing for you. I'm literally it's gonna be interesting for sure. So yeah, stay tuned.